Kathy, we kind of talked about this when it came to Fun Day Friday, but how is working remotely or virtually affecting both recruiting, like actually how you're doing the actual recruiting, but also the actual on-the-job experiences of the new hires? You kind of mentioned, you had some success in finding a way to connect with people, even if it was virtually. What are some of the experiences that your clients are reporting regarding this?
Well, I mean, as far as recruiting in general, the way it used to be, since I've been doing it for so long, 40 years, right? Almost. Um, we used to pick up the telephone and call another telephone. And we would say, "Can I speak to your marketing manager?" And they'd put us through. And then we'd say, "Hi, Mr. Marketing Manager or Mrs. Marketing Manager. I'm looking for somebody just like you. Do you know of anybody?" In a very nice way. And that's how we would do it, right? So now what happens is we reach out, but we reach out a variety of ways. So there's like 5 ways, right, to reach a candidate. So you've got the cell phone number if you have the resume. You have a landline, maybe it doesn't work. You never know. And then you have email, and then you have the personal email, then you have Facebook, then you have LinkedIn. Oh, I can go on and on and on, right? There's a many ways to reach these people, associations and all that. So back in the day, it used to be one, and then you'd get the information, then you'd multiply the information from there. So recruiters have to make a lot more calls. They have to work a lot harder now. And then not only that, but then when they get the candidate, they have to make sure they're qualified. So the recruiter has to say, "Oh gosh, what the heck did, John, the marketing manager boss, want me to screen for this marketing person? And did I do that right? And am I going to get into trouble?" So there's all this confusion going on about doing a good job. And everybody wants to do a good job. I'm a firm believer in that. People do not take jobs to fail, they take jobs to succeed. So, how do we help them as employers succeed? And how do we reach out to those people and make sure they get a good impression of what this organization is about and what that job is all about? And will I be successful if I'm your candidate in that role? And in some cases, we use Laura, right, to do that, the assessments and those are things to make sure that the culture is right. We just made a hire with Laura's expertise with one of our clients. And that was fantastic because we felt like he was a great move, a great match, and he would be a good move to hire him. But you never really know. These things all, time will tell. But with Laura's help, you can really indicate what the success rate is going to be. So you need to, as a recruiting firm or a recruiting team for a company, and we work with publicly traded companies and very small companies, so we're all over the place. You just need to make sure that you're reaching out in a meaningful way and that you're telling your story. So when I'm interviewing with an employer to see what they want me to hire for them and or a candidate to see what kind of job they want, I say to both of them, I need to hear your story. I need to know what your story is. You love this, don't you, Michael? He's a storyteller. And I say, we need to get your story right. I need to know your story better than you know it. And I need to say it to the client. And if it's the candidate, I need, candidate and client both. And what is your story on your company? Now I have a story, but I've been taught that early on that you have to have a story, but some companies don't. So this particular company we were talking about that has had some turnover, we're helping them with their story. We're helping them with who they should be hiring. Should they be hiring at the same level? No, I don't think they should. They should hire a little lower level, bring them in pairs, had all the suggestions and recommendations for them to do it better. And they know they're not doing it well. They know those stats show, they've had this turnover. So anyway, it is definitely something that you have to work harder at, but I love to be able to take somebody and find out what they've done and find a really good match for them. And since I've been doing it for so long, I can do it pretty quickly. And my team is that way. So my team has this 40 years experienced person going, "Have you thought about this? And what about this for that candidate and this client? Well, what about that?" And so they love the ideas and the thinking. So recruiting now is not just fill a job rec. It's fill a position in a company with a great culture that has a story that they can get behind, and then you'll keep them. If not, I mean, anything can happen.